Blake Griffin is a six-time All-Star player. Just recently, he joined a Nets team that is filled with other big names. Since the 2018-19 season, the player has appeared in a total of 38 games, since he struggled to keep up with the form he has displayed in the past seasons. The 2018-19 season remains his best since he made the All-N.B.A. third team. The player is also a five-time All-N.B.A. selection. However, just a week ago, he made the move from Detroit Pistons to the Nets. He has played for the Pistons since 2018, and this felt like a move that was very much needed. After clearing waivers and becoming a free agent, Blake completed his Nets move in an undisclosed contract. The Nets GM Sean Marks said in a statement, "We are fortunate to be able to add a player of Blake's caliber to our roster at this point in the season. Blake is a versatile front court player with a long track record of success in our league, and we're excited about the impact he'll make for us both on and off the court in Brooklyn." But this confidence in Blake Griffin is risky. Besides the fact that he would be joining a team already stacked with stars, the player, who's now 31, appears to have had his best days behind him. A decline which could be completely blamed on injuries. This season, for instance, the star played just 20 struggling games for the Detroit Pistons, where he averaged 12.3 points on 36.5% shooting, plus 5.2 rebounds. Welcome to Courtside. And in this video, we'll be taking a critical look at the recent move of Blake Griffin to the Nets. Do not forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and also share this video with your friends. Okay. Will Blake Griffin perform better in Brooklyn? Blake Griffin's most formidable qualities are in his scoring and passing skills. Since he's a power forward, this seems like the perfect abilities to have, but it's also necessary that forwards have a bit of defensive skills, as it'll help the team have a stronger defense line when an attack is imminent. However, Griffin has never been known to be a defender, and with a team like the Nets, who already have three major offensive players, James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving, it'll be tough for Blake to break into this powerful trinity. If he was a strong defense option, this would have easily been his ticket into breaking into the team. Despite this, if Blake is able to bring back the skills and abilities from his All-Star years, the attacking line of the Nets will become even stronger than it is. Currently, the team sits second on the Eastern Conference table with a 24-13 record since they have won 10 out of their last 11 games. There is also the fear of injuries. Just before the 2009-10 season, Blake Griffin suffered a stress fracture in his left knee, an injury which delayed his NBA debut for at least 7 weeks. In 2010, Blake suffered another major injury, an injury which required surgery on his broken left kneecap. This caused him to miss the last few bits of the 2009-2010 season. In 2017, he was also ruled out of the 2017 NBA playoffs due to a big toe injury during the Clippers game over the Utah Jazz. In 2018, he suffered a bone bruise in his right ankle, an injury that caused him to miss the last 8 games of the season. On April 5th, the player had to sit back due to knee soreness. This knee injury further allowed him to miss 4 out of the final 6 games in the season's regular games. He also missed the first 2 games of the playoffs due to the same injury. After the playoffs ended, he underwent a left knee surgery. The same thing happened at the start of the 2019-20 season. He missed at least 10 games because he was still recovering from the left knee injury. Just after 18 games, he had to undergo another surgery on his left knee, which eventually caused him to miss the rest of the season. In spite of the struggling knee and career lows, Griffin returned to action for the 2020-21 season. However, on the 15th of February 2021, he played his last game for the Pistons and was eventually picked up by the Brooklyn Nets. The ultimate question arises, will Blake Griffin be able to survive these constant injuries to be able to put up stellar performances for the Nets? Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Griffin was first picked up by the Los Angeles Clippers in 2009, but as earlier mentioned, he missed the entire season because of a knee injury. But right after his injury completely healed, he became a force to be reckoned with in the NBA, known for his high-flying dunks and his charismatic style of play. After his first season, he made the All-Star team, and his presence helped build the Clippers team. He spent a total of 7 seasons with the Clippers before he was traded to the Pistons in 2018. Last season, he played just 18 games because of his knee injury and soreness, which caused him to experience perhaps the lowest averages of his career, 15.5 points, 35.2% shooting. Even though the player has appeared to be healthy in trainings and interviews, he's been unable to bring this energy to the court. It's quite interesting when you remember that Blake was the Rookie of the Year in 2011 and has been part of the NBA All-Star team in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 2019. The Nets can only hope that he finds his feet as quickly as possible. Before Blake Griffin made the move to the Nets, many expected him to do so. This is because the Nets have consistently kept their eyes open for an addition to their big three, and Griffin had always appeared as a favorite. Also, the player has his personal reasons for making this move. Even though the NBA veteran has massive experience in the NBA playoffs, it comes as a shock to fans that he has never been on a team that made it past the semifinals. The player has appeared in a total of 7 playoffs in his career, but he's never gone past the semifinal stage. While playing with the Clippers, Blake Griffin was a superstar. a player whose sole function was leading the attack of the team. However, with the Nets, he would take on a supporting role to assist the attacking trinity of Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving. This season, the Nets will be pushing for their first NBA title, and despite his constant injuries and dropping form, his talent and skills make him a worthwhile risk for the Nets. The reason Blake Griffin has chosen to move to the Nets is simple. He wants to play with the best attacking trio in the whole of the NBA. He also wants to win the Larry O'Brien Trophy. He said, "They have a need for a four-man. I have always had a lot of respect for Steve Nash and all the guys that they have. Sean Marks has done a great job there. It was a tough decision, and I wanted to be on a team that was contending. My only goal is to help win a championship. Some years it's more realistic than others, but that's why I came to Brooklyn." Interestingly, with the addition of Griffin to the team, the Nets have now become co-favorites to win the NBA championship, a spot they share with the Los Angeles Lakers. Alex Schiffer, a writer for The Athletic, said, "The Nets roster is as talented as any, but it's all going to come down to their defense. Blake doesn't help at all, but I understand he's a name and the buzz that he's generated in Vegas because of what he brings with his playmaking and offense." Also, 20% of tickets and 29% of money bet on NBA futures is on the Lakers, while the Nets have 18% of tickets and 24% of the money bet. It's only a matter of weeks before this percentage increases for the Nets. A sports trader at BetMGM said, "BetMGM has taken steady action on the Nets to win the championship since acquiring James Harden. Brooklyn has won 10 of the last 11 games and look like the best team in the East. The Nets are the sportsbook's second biggest liability to win the title." It looks like Blake Griffin made the best move of his career after all. We haven't seen Blake make his debut for the Nets. It was supposed to come on Saturday's game against the Pistons, which would have been a match against his former team. However, due to injury management concerns in regards to his left knee, he didn't play the game. His next opportunity will come against the Knicks, and we sincerely hope he does extremely well in his first game. And there you have it. Do you think we missed out on any important information about Griffin's move? Well, don't hesitate to tell us about it in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and until next time, we are Courtside.